Okay.
Welcome, 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 everybody. How's it going? This is Chad. This is Ken, and we had a whole panel here of excited, like, really, like you guys should be. You should paid for this, really. I was really just coming down to it. But this is going to be super, super exciting for you. I'm going to actually introduce myself, talk about my vision of why I did this, because let's just say 8 months ago or 6 months, I would have never done this in my wildest freaking dreams. And doesn't that always happen at every webinar that you've ever been on? Let me pause.
Triple feeding.
Yeah, it's triple feed. It's like every webinar you're always on, it always freaking, you always get the reverb for the first freaking seconds until somebody goes over there and mutes it. And there we go. All right, cool. And I didn't want to break tradition. Did it freeze? No. Okay, we're back. Okay, cool. So my name is Chad Oxted, and I've been in the online space for 3-ish years, and then before that, I struggled jumping around from business to business for 2 years while I was knocking doors and doing some other stuff entrepreneurially, but never really had any success. About 10 years ago, I did network marketing, and I called thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of leads for like 2 years straight, and I never had any really success with that. And I just kind of struggled in different entrepreneurial ventures. Did real estate, didn't have success with that. Jumped from business to business. I'd bring in like 3 people, and then I would I'd get discouraged and quit, and I wouldn't keep going. And I finally started having success in March of 2013 when we found a system. I believe all of us, well, besides Linda. Linda's not in anything yet.
I know.
She's actually.
But I'm open to it.
Which is actually the really exciting thing, is that we attracted somebody, an outsider, into our crazy house. And so I'm really, really excited to see her come in and mix with our group. And see the value that we could actually bring to her, and on top of what, because everybody, I know the business opportunity space is just going to be buzzing and want to go to the next one and all this stuff. And when you get business owners that have, offline brick and mortar type business come in and get tons of value, I'm super excited to see that. I'm really excited to hear why you made the decision to come. And so what was my vision, right? Like I was just saying, about 8 months ago, I would have never in the wildest dreams. Then I actually invested $5,000 into a workshop, and I had a belief change inside that I was actually worthy to put my face onto something, that I could actually help people have breakthroughs in their, even though I was helping people have success online, even though I'd done coaching, even though I've done other had success in my own business, I didn't feel deep down that my face should really be on my business, that I should really be branding on the front end. And I started getting this this belief change after going to an event, and it really kind of changed me forever. I came back, and if you guys had watched my marketing from January, February, and then what went into March, and how things changed, and how I actually stepped into a powerful role and was able to actually willing to kind of take accountability for my business and actually be out there. And so I decided then that I was going to start taking a powerful jump, and then that was my business, and then what I wanted to do was actually step it up. So my online business started to actually have me on the front end of it. And so I'm giving you some value at the front on the front end of this. Like before, this is a powerful thing. You are worth it, and you can put your face on your business. A lot of times people run around, they just put their business link out there, and they just spam and lead with their business, and there's no reason people are going to actually want to join you with doing that route. And so you have to put your personality out there. So that's just a little bit of value. And then I went to another workshop. I actually joined a coaching program, which was $25,000 for the year, and I actually got to go to another workshop where I had like just a life-altering moment. And so I'm going to actually teach you guys exactly what I learned at that workshop, what I learned during the coaching on this webinar if you stick around to the end. So I'm super, super pumped for that. I want to start introducing some people, and I want to talk a little bit more about my vision. It's funny, for the last 2 years or so, I've been telling people, everywhere that they've asked me what I do, and I'm actually stepping into that destiny. I've always said that I've helped people grow so they could leverage the internet so they could be free to pursue their dreams. That's just been my mantra. That's been my mission. That's what I've been basically screaming out there for a long time. And to a point, I was able to do that, but I haven't really been able to go really deep with people. And actually, it's funny. It was a Gary Vaynerchuk video that I watched that he talked about how instead of going wide with his business, he wants to start just going deep and really just being able to put so much value into somebody that they just have a massive shift in their business, in their world, in their mindset, in their heart set, and be able to have just such a quantum leap into their business and life. And that's what my vision has been with this workshop. And my plans is to give you what I've learned in investing $30,000 all in a workshop that is such a fraction of the price. And I'm just so pumped to be able to attract the level of people that I've attracted into this. And I'm going to start introducing you to those people right now. Let's start with Darren Hanser, and then go Darren Little. And then we have some guests on that have actually made a decision to whip out their credit card and actually make a decision to come to our workshop. And I want them to tell you exactly why they made a decision. And then I'm going to and then I got my friend Ken and business partner Ken. He's going to actually be speaking at the event, which I'm super, super excited. He has tons and tons of value. So these are the people the level of people that I've been attracting into this semester. I'm super pumped. And I'm probably talking really quickly. I did do some energy shot stuff downstairs. To be a part of what's going on here. So Darren Hanser, why did you make a decision to come to this mastermind for one, and then be a part of it actually as a trainer?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can.
Yeah, I mean, well, first of all, thanks for doing this. I mean, it's interesting, seeing your transition from where you were a couple of years ago, which I think we met probably when you were beginning your kind of journey into the whole online thing and really starting to figure out what you were doing. And I think the process has really been, for you, transformational. And I've seen a lot of things that have made a big change. And one of them has been getting around the right people, right? And investing your time, your energy, and your money in the right environments, so that you can make the right connections and also get the right information kind of in a format that's conducive to really learning, right? And really implementing what you're learning instead of just being in maybe a large event and kind of getting a high, then leaving, and you don't really have anything tangible to work with. That's generally how our industry likes to treat people, right? But I think having smaller, intimate masterminds with people that maybe you wouldn't connect with elsewhere, that you wouldn't have the time to spend, having an hour-long talk about a certain part of your business. That's what you get to have at these type of masterminds. So yeah, the training and the event and all that is great, but it's also the downtime that you get to spend around people when you can have those conversations and you can have get the insights that are really making a difference in your business. Because there's things that we spent some time in Florida. I guess it was maybe 5 months ago, and we spent 4 days together at another mastermind, a higher end mastermind, and just the things that we learned from each other in the casual settings, having dinner and having lunch and just talking to each other. That's where the true growth is, when we can really just go into each other's businesses and then see what is working. So that's why I was excited to do this. When I wasn't even going to be coming down to Florida at that time of the year, but when you mentioned that you were doing this, I thought, you know what, it's kind of a no-brainer, and let's just do it and make it happen. That's really awesome. what it's down for me. I just want to have a good time and learn from everyone and teach as well.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming and the words. Yeah, we were definitely at that mastermind together, and I saw a big shift in you inside, and it was like we actually had this like connection of just because we were there, and it was very powerful. Just being in that room and seeing what happened there, and being able to now take what we learned there and put into, you know, what was an $8,000 event there, now being able to take that and actually implement it in what this mastermind is going to be. I'm super pumped on that.
Yeah, for sure.
So why don't we go to Ken, and then we'll go to Darren Little, and then we'll start bringing out some guests, and I'll see if anybody else wants to jump out here. So Ken, why don't you?
I'll stay a little bit here.
Yeah.
All right. So what's the question?
So basically, tell me why you've made the decision to be a part of this workshop, because you haven't really been super engaged into this industry for a little bit, and you're having success in your other business. Everything's going really good there. Why did you? I know we went to Las Vegas together, and we had some. We went to some masterminds ourselves and saw kind of how we almost didn't like it ran, and so we learned some things there, what not to do,
Yeah.
and some really good stuff there, and definitely. And so, why did you decide to team up with me on this project, and why are you wanting to jump more back into the home business world? And there's the camera there.
Yeah. Well, you know, for the most part, you know, on that. With that being said, it's really the industry in general, because you know what you get is just that, you know, it's like when you put good in, good comes out, and I'm really big on just constantly feeding yourself with positive, constantly feeding yourself with, like, you know, uplifting, you know, just like I said, just putting good in basically. So I realized that I was struggling with some. I guess we could say I was just struggling with a lot of like outside noise, a lot of stuff that was just like pulling me away, and honestly, I lost track of my why. I lost my why, and that was one of the major things. That was one of the major things is that I lost my why. I just remember just kind of be in a place I think maybe we all might have been, just, you know, what am I doing, and, you know, what's going on. I felt like I was going through the motions, and you know, and Chad's awesome marketer, and, you know, we've been friends for quite some time, and once like our goals and our dreams and our, you know, aspirations like kind of like, you know, aligned, man, it was just like a huge kinetic energy, and it's like something you can't, like, you can't ignore, you know, when you just when you can help each other catapult further and further, and kind of like have like a running mate. I guess that's really what it boiled down to, because I pulled out of the industry. I was always there, dangling along, you know, hanging by a thread. But overall, you know, I took some different avenues, and I was able to create some successes there. And you know, I applied them from what I learned in this industry. Now, you know, if that's not like getting hit in the side of the head with something saying like, "Hello, wake up," you know, let's get back into what brought you here in the first place, and let's just, you know, just like focus on exponential growth of yourself and as a person, and just getting connected with the right people, and that's just, you know, it's honestly. For myself personally, there was a lot of things I had to change, especially in my circle. My circle was just so filled with drama and so much, I don't know, just, you know, just drama, I guess, in general, you know, to keep it short. And you know, when I started plugging back into the home-based, because, you know, listen, guys, there's 1,000 home-based businesses out there, you know, and it's really like, you know, who do you want to work with? I want to work with people like Darren and Chad, you know what I mean? These guys are awesome. You know, personally, myself, you know, I'm just I'm just like a dry sponge. These guys talk, I listen, my mental notes are going the whole 9 yards, and that's all it is. It's a collaboration of just taking the information. And I heard a saying that knowledge is power, but not so much. Actually, it's one step further. The correct knowledge is power. And then it goes one step further past that, and it's the final step, and it's the correct knowledge implemented is power. So I go ahead and I grasp this knowledge from these guys, and I'm jotting down notes, and and I'm just learning from them, and we all have a story, we all have something to share, and I'm just I'm blessed to be a part of it, and that's one of the main reasons why why essentially came back in full tilt, I guess you could say, back into the industry.
Awesome. So Darren Little, why don't you? Well, let me introduce you a little bit. A lot of people don't know. Like, I actually, right before I left for, was it my first workshop or my second one? I actually paid for a mentor with Darren, and it was a huge, huge breakthrough. Then he just launched his product, and I bought that like as soon as I knew it was available. Basically, it's funny, there's so many successful people out there that he's mentored and actually helped break through that you wouldn't even know, right? There's people out there that makes a lot of money out there that it's because of Darren, the mindset stuff that he's done to help them break through, he doesn't necessarily would get credit for it just because they've created their own brand and they've created their own thing, and so some of his stuff all of his stuff is really, really powerful. So definitely listen to him. And Darren, why did you get involved with this project, and what do you think? I guess what kind of value are you going to bring down there?
Sure. Well, one of the things, first of all, thanks a lot for having me on here, Chad. It's really great to see you go through this massive evolution and transformation. And, I've been following your marketing like for a long time, and to see your change in your videos especially, your interaction, your content creation, your personal brand has really elevated just in this last 5 or 6 months especially, right? And a lot of that has to do with investing back into yourself and investing into personal development and surrounding yourself with very, very high-level mentorship, right? 7-figure income earners, people that are multiple 7-figure incomes, 8 income earners, 9 income earners. That's really what happens, and people got to understand this from the standpoint of quantum physics, because a lot of people don't really understand something called energy transference that takes place. So here's an example. In the event that you are in an environment, in a room filled with people, 1,000 people there at an event, and those people, their bodies, the physiology in their body is all vibrating at a very high resonance, like a radio broadcast station, and it's broadcasting out this vibration, right, in the room. Now what happens is when you combine those people together, the amplification goes up and the frequency goes up. But when you take a group of people and you put them together in a smaller setting, what's really cool that happens is between the content that they're learning in the daytime and then the social time that they're having in the evening, something really super amazing happens. And it happens right across the whole group of people, almost like this quantum blanket that gets put over top of them, and their whole, they can literally go through a spontaneous breakthrough just from being together. It's not even just to do with the content. The content's great, and the fact that there's going to be interaction with the people where we're going to actually help them to get through a concept. A lot of people attend larger events and they're sitting there watching somebody on stage, and this is what they're saying: oh man, that's a great idea. Oh yeah, that's a really good idea. But then they never actually implement. They never actually take any action to implement it into their business. And what's really cool about this, sort of close-knit environment is that people are going to actually have an opportunity. Like here's an example. One of the modules that I do from training for my students is called How to Recruit New Reps in 6 to 45 minutes. And it actually gives people a step-by-step formula. Like, okay, you want to say this, you want to do this, you want to, get connected to them this way, you want to ask this question. And when a person understands the human psychology behind it, their recruiting goes like that. Now, what would it be like if you could not only learn how to do it, right? This is what my mentor taught me. He said, okay, first of all, you tell somebody basically what you're going to do, then you show them, and then you go over their shoulder, and they do it while you supervise them doing it. That's full mastery of training. That's how you really learn something. Now, a lot of people will learn a skill, or they listen to a skill, and they go, oh, yeah, that sounds great, right? But then it's a breakdown. It never goes to the next level, right? They never actually get to implement it or have the confidence, right? Because they think they're going to make a mistake, so they don't take any action. So they actually have fear of the unknown, right? There's all these fears that create this blocker there, and they never actually do it. And they think in the back of their mind, oh yeah, that idea, I should have done that, right? This type of a close-knit interaction is actually going to give people the opportunity to implement some of the stuff that they're learning right on site with a whole group of people there to support them to their breakthrough. And that is next level. Okay, you don't get that in a big event. That doesn't happen, right? So as an example, like, Darren is a master at copywriting. Well, what would it be like if you could be in a situation where you learn the concepts, and now you're going to get an opportunity to actually write the copy and be interacting with somebody that says, well, no, you don't want to do that right there. We'll do that a little bit further down. And now you actually learn a skill, right? And what I always tell people is that your income doesn't go up until you increase your skills. When you increase your skills, you increase your bank account, right? This is going to give people an opportunity to hands-on, guys, okay? I'm talking hands-on, to be able to learn a new concept, learn a new idea, and then implement it with coaches right on site that are going to help you to get to your breakthrough. And that's what I'm excited about, because I believe in, I call it making universal deposits. Okay? I personally believe that if you really want to go to the next level of success, like I'm talking, 7-figure, 8-figure, 9 figures and up, you have to make universal deposits into other people's lives. You have to, make other people's lives better without expecting anything in return. Like literally, surrendering your skill to better people's lives. And when you do that on a massive scale, you literally are showered with abundance flow. That's what I believe, right? And the more that you can give people the skills and help them, then that's when you get to the next level in your own personal life. And that's what I teach everybody. Make it a goal on a daily basis. What can you do to provide more value to another person's life? And at this event, I'm telling you guys, if you've never been to a mastermind and you take a group of people that have been through multiple events, not only been going through them themselves, but facilitating them with other facilitators, and you put all those people together in a coaching type environment, oh my God. Guys, this is 10 times the value of going to just an event. Okay, 10 times, right? Because you're going to get actionable, measurable steps that you can take, that you can implement into your business so that you're going to actually, when you leave there, you're going to be actually having daily action steps that you can implement into your business and to your team. So don't just think about it for yourself. You're going there sort of as, you know, the leader, right? But the skills that you learn are going to be able to be implemented to your whole team, and that's what's exciting. Back over to you, Chad.
Awesome, awesome. Thanks so much, Darren. Yeah, the implementation was a big thing to me. When I went to Darren and went to Darren, and I went to a few other people that'll be coming, because these are just the two kind of main trainers. We actually have a few trainers that are going to be popping in for training. They won't necessarily be staying in the house, but we have Toby Black said that he would come over and do a training, so I'm super pumped about that. And then I actually talked to Michelangelo, and I said, he said, what are you doing in Orlando? And he's like, oh, I should come over and do a training. And I'm like, all right. And when a seven-figure earner tells you, especially one that you don't get to see on a regular basis, one that's kind of like retired from our space, tells you, hey, I want to come do a training for you, you don't tell the dude no, especially him. I don't know, he's just kind of... Anyways, but yeah, so I'm just super excited, because think of the level, how much this would be cost you to go to. But the implementation was a big thing, and so one of the things that I'm going to be doing, and that's like tactical stuff, is, I built my business doing YouTube, a lot of YouTube videos. So what I'm going to learn is we're going to teach you how to shoot a video, or basically like how to like rank a video. Then we're going to go shoot a video, and then we're going to come back and we're going to actually rank the video right there on spot. And what we're going to do is we're going to have people that are technically savvy. One of the coaches, one of the teachers here are going to be able to work with you if you have any questions on what to do. So, I'll give you a quick rundown. So basically, it's first you have to do the on-page copywriting. You have to have the words, have the keywords in the description of the video. You need to have your link in the right spot. You need to have a link to some other videos down there. And then you need to get some backlinks. You need to get some views, some likes, some stuff that's going really quick. You also have to do some keyword research and find the right keywords to attack, because those are the ones that are going to be able to actually rank on the first page of Google and on YouTube, and that's what you really want to do. You want to shoot for that. And so we're going to actually show you how to get your video on the first page of Google, so you can get a bunch of free traffic, all using YouTube, and it's going to be super exciting. So that's one of my trainings I'm going to have. We're also going to be doing some stuff that get rid of fears and energy blocks that we're going to be doing. I'm super excited about that. Darren, I know we brought up the implementation thing. I know you have, I don't know if you've talked to Toby on what he wants to train on. I know you both are really killing it with Facebook ads. I know you're like a master copywriter. Do you have any ideas? I was thinking maybe some things that maybe you would be able to do, but do you have any ideas of implementational exercises that you can give people and they could actually learn on the spot? I'm putting him on the place here.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I don't know what Toby's going to be talking about, but we're doing some stuff in the next little while together, so maybe I'll chat with him and see what we're doing and if we can combine something. But on the email side and on the copywriting side, there are some things that we can touch on and put together on the spot, so that I'll go through a lot of the things that I talk about in my boot camp. Mm-hmm. So we can, and all that's really about putting together stories and bridging those towards your own offers and your own connections with your email list. So there's a few things that we can do on the spot, but it's all, I'm sure that it'll be quite fluid once we're there. And I just want to make sure that everyone understands what we do, everyone's in a better place when they leave, and we're able to just give some value that's kind of able to be monetized when they leave.
So give me an example why you use stories to sell in your email.
Well, stories, I mean, from the beginning of time is really how people remember things, and are able to kind of connect different concepts together, rather than just listening to facts or listening to some sort of instruction manual and logically why someone should do something. If we're able to evoke emotions, if we're able to have someone connect a character or something that they're reading about into the goals or ultimate place that they want to be, it's much easier to connect with. I mean, I look at my children, and it's funny. It's the Disney mastermind, right? And they can watch they watch the Disney Channel and Family and all this kind of stuff, and quite literally the Disney stories are some of the most sticky stories of all time, where they can watch the princess movies quite literally 50 to 60 times, and they never get old, because there's always something new, there's always a different element of emotion, there's always something, there's always somebody to root for, there's always some worthy goal that someone is going after, and it connects you from a visceral level. It's almost, you can't really explain why it works. It just does, because people think in stories, they think in pictures, they think in visuals, and if we're able to connect that with an offer and position ourselves in front of them in a way that people are used to listening to. You go to church, if you go to synagogue or a mosque or anything, it's all story based, and there's a reason for that. It's because that's what helps people connect at an emotional level, versus logically telling someone kind of A, B, C, D. There's more to it than just being logical. People are not logical creatures.
Cool. Okay. So here, how about this one? What if we did this? And I know this would help me, and I'm just throwing things out there. Is if we wrote out a story to sell our business, basically, and then everybody's going to write in. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be all logical. There's not going to be really any story basis out of it. And then we go back. You know what I mean? Then we go back and we you give us some tips on how to add stories and different things in there and actually make it sell and evoke motions and different things like that.
Sure. Yeah, we can do that.
Awesome. So those are, I'm just coming up with ideas on the spot. So okay. Well, why don't we do this? Linda, you were one of the I think you were the very first person to make a decision to come to this mastermind, and you're not even in our company, and I'm very, very excited about that. And so, Linda, tell us what you do and why you made a decision to come to. Well, you're in Orlando, but tell us, give us why you decided to come to the mastermind.
Okay. I have been trading emails with Chad for about 2 years now, I think. And we met on IBO Toolbox, which for entrepreneurs, and I just found his emails very inspiring, and I knew that the marketing that he had to offer was something on a whole nother level. I am not in Empower yet. Let's just say yet. I am a CPA, a certified fraud examiner, and a certified insolvency and restructuring advisor. And what all that EIO stuff means is that I'm a really high-level bean counter. And I can do numbers, and I can fight taxes with the IRS with the best of them on a level that less than 500 people in the whole world can do.
I might need you one day.
But I can't stop. So I used to work for other people and bill out at hourly rates and make other people millions of dollars a year. But I'm in a small town northeast of Orlando, and I do okay. And I have clients that, have been with me a really long time, and I founded a chain of stores and some other things in my lifetime. But my practice I need to take to another level if I'm ever really going to do more than just have, you know, a low six-figure income. You know, if I really want to take it to the level I've built it for other people, then I need to get some marketing. And CPAs and marketing, those are two different skill sets.
Yeah.
And where else would I go but to the professional marketers? And I could tell from all the emails and the time that Chad invested, even though I wasn't a part of it, he never let up. He always kept coming back. And I was like, you know what? Anybody that spends this much time and invests this much in somebody like me, he can help me. And there's something here. And then when I saw the level of people that were coming online and coming to this mastermind, I knew I was in the right place. And I have to tell you, I'm really intrigued by Empower. So I'm coming with an open mind. You got fresh meat here.
Awesome. Yeah, well, maybe we'll get you to come to the event too.
Yeah.
But the other event, the other one that everybody else is going to. But so awesome. So, what city are you in again?
I'm in Oviedo. It's up by where UCF is, up near Samford. I'm about 30 or 45 minutes northeast of where the mastermind is.
Okay. I lived in Mount Dora. Is it that way? It's not that way, right?
I'm like near Lake Mary or Winter Park or Winter Garden.
Yeah, okay. I worked in Winter Park. If you ever listened to my story.
Winter
If you ever,
Castleberry.
Yeah, well, Castleberry, I lived in the next city over.
Yeah,
Well,
that's close.
Yeah. But awesome. Okay, so I'm super excited to meet you and have you come down, and maybe we'll talk about the whole online stuff beforehand. But Tamara, what I know we've been working together for a while, and why have you been working with me, and why are you coming to the Disney Mastermind Intensive?
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm working with you because you came and approached me at the Nashville event just to say hi. I happened to be eating dinner by myself at the time, and you were just really friendly. We just kind of hit it off, friendly-wise anyway, from the beginning, and then.
Don't spread any rumors now.
Right. Yeah, and a little bit before the last Empower event, I just felt like, you know, I needed to, I guess, reach inside myself and admit that I wasn't doing what I wanted to be doing with the Empower, and I needed to be humble enough to ask for help. And I remembered you as somebody who was kind of an authority in the company. So I reached out to you and asked, you know, I just kind of told you my situation and just said, you know, I'm ready to just take this and run with it. And if you have advice for me, I would love to be a student. And we just kind of headed off from there. I'm coming to the Mastermind because I know for a fact that I'm going to be learning things at this Mastermind that I won't be learning anywhere else. I know Darren talked about the effect of being in a close-knit environment, and that's very, very true. And everything that I've seen in my professional life with my husband's a chiropractor, and his patients, they get better because he treats them with his hands. There's a lot of chiropractors that treat people with a machine, and they just don't have the same results as people who are actually physically being touched by somebody else. There are science studies that show that, you know, somebody who reads their own name on a piece of paper and their brain waves kind of go a little bit, and then they hear somebody speak their name, a human being, a human voice, speak their name, and the brain waves go even more. And then they hear somebody they know speak their name in a voice that they recognize, and their brain waves go crazy. So I know that the effect of being around other people is going to be a very unique experience. It's not something that you can replicate just by going to an event with thousands of people. This is going to be very tailored to everybody that comes to this event. This is going to be beneficial specifically for the needs of everybody that attends. So that's why I want to go. And
Awesome,
it's funny
awesome.
because I actually used to live in Sanford, Florida. You guys are cracking me up.
So you know
Yeah.
where Oviedo is.
Exactly. Exactly.
Awesome.
Wow, that is amazing.
Well,
You
thank
guys
you.
are picking the perfect time to come, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The temperatures will be just cooling down.
I know.
Awesome, awesome. So hey, I just had another person that's going to be coming to the mastermind. Just jump on, Jonathan. Super excited. Can we hear you loud and clear?
I can hear you. I don't know if you can hear me though.
I got you, loud and clear.
All right. So first off, I want to just appreciate you guys for even doing this mastermind. So thank you for that, and I'm really excited for this mastermind. This is actually be my first one that I will ever do. You know, so I've been online for about 8 months now, and you know, it's kind of funny. When I started at the beginning of January, I actually watched a lot of Chad's videos on YouTube, and I was wondering who this guy was. I mean, he kept on posting, like, I swear, like every 30 seconds for a lot of the YouTube videos. And so I just kept on, like, just kind of paying attention to him more and more and more and more. And, you know, I would see him at a couple events, not really saying anything because I would always go there by myself, and, you know, just kind of the nerves of me.
Oh, where you go?
Did we lose him?
Oh.
Jonathan?
The
Hello?
man. They shut him down.
Oh, no.
Jonathan, you there?
Maybe
All right,
he'll...
If you might come back. Sometimes that stuff happens. Cool. So this is what we have going right now. Because there's a short notice, I'm actually leaving town for like 6 days total, but I'll be completely offline for 4 days. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. If any of you guys know, I'm like personally married, and Jonathan's back, but until he gets back fully, I'll just finish this. I literally, my phone is a part of me most of the time. I put it in a sandwich bag and shower with it. But it's gonna be very, very.
In the background all those times?
Yeah.
TMI.
Yeah,
TMI.
I don't really do that, but that would be funny if I did. But yeah, so I'm going to this this retreat, and it's going to be all peaceful and stuff, and I don't know. Anyways, then I'm going to be in New York City, which is going to be the complete opposite of peaceful. So, but yeah, so what we had right now, we've been putting this together, and all this technical stuff of building pages. I don't know how to do any of that stuff, so Darren hooked me up with an awesome guy, and it just hasn't got all the way done yet. So basically, right now, if you click the link below to book your page, or whatever it says, you can, and maybe you'll be watching the replay, and this will be all set up, and you can just go there, and you can purchase, you can pick your bed. A twin bed is $500, a full bed is $1,000, and a king bed is $1,500. Cool thing is you can share a king and a full and maybe a twin. I don't know, depending on how much you like that person. So you got to be really, really, really into them. But, you know, but the other option, I guess, is you could always come.
Bring my own.
Yeah, well, yeah, Linda's gonna bring her own. She's gonna bring a blow up. So if you want to come and bring a blow up mattress, then you can share a mattress with somebody else. I don't know.
Different way.
Anyways,
Okay, you said blow up. I was thinking dolls. So that's like.
you guys are see. This is the kind of craziness. So I wanted to explain. There's going to be actually two different houses. There's going to be the crazy party house because we actually fill the whole house. This is just a part of the people that are going to be on here, that are going to be at this event. We've already sold, I want to say like 10 beds or so. And the whole first house is completely booked. We can't even fit any more in that. So what we did is today we contacted some people right down the street, and we got a second house. And the way we decided to do this is we're going to have the wild party house, and then we're going to have the chill, go to bed early house. Thank Darren Little for the go to bed early house. He was very adamant on that.
Okay, so I send the rest of my money tomorrow so that I get in the party house.
Yes, you have to get your deposit in to make sure you get in.
I've already sent that. I sent that first.
I know, or you know, the whole amount in. So no. So basically, there's going to be even amount of people, I'm sure, in each house. And as people get there, they're going to be able to say, you know, I want the party house, or I want the chill house, and so it's going to be really, really good times. So Jonathan, you were in the middle, and then you just, I don't know, it whacked out. So
sorry about that.
No worries, man.
So like I was saying, it's like when I first started at the end of January, I saw a lot of Chad's videos, and you know, I was wondering who this guy was. Like, he was posting every couple seconds. And so I just kind of followed you throughout, I would say, the last 8 months or so. So, you know, I would see you at a couple events that didn't really say anything to you or anybody, you know, but the more I paid attention to your work, the more I can see you actually evolving. And that really resonated with me because I feel like you guys can help me move from where I'm at into my next phase. And so, you know what, I decided to make a decision, and, you know, you graciously said, okay, yeah, you're able to come to the house. So I'm really excited to come and really hear what everybody has to say.
Yeah, I'm super excited to have you, man, and I believe that this could be really the breakthrough that you've been looking for. Because, you know, I feel like the cool thing is I will say that everybody staying in the house that is a trainer that's made a lot of money are really, really selfless individuals. They're very, very, very into giving, and I won't say that they're going to spend the whole event with you doing one-on-ones, but they're, you know, we're willing to, like, if you pull us aside while we're eating and say, hey, you know, I'm just having a specific challenge with this, then, you know, we're going to help you out and stuff like that. It's like you almost have us, you know, I charge a lot of money to do one-on-one coaching. You know, and Darren probably charge even more. You know, I'll give you the rundown. I mean, if you want a 1 hour time with me, just that's it. It's $1,000, right? And then some people have gotten in it and been grandfathered in, and then they lock in for a month, and I've given them for $2,000 for a month. And so just to be able to come and, like, I'm going to be able to spend time with every individual, like everybody there, and be able to kind of, you know, look at stuff that you got going on. I'm not saying that I'm going to spend the whole event with you, like, you know, touching your butt and stuff, but, you know, I'm just saying that, yeah, we'll be able to kind of do some one-on-one stuff and be there for you. Was there a delay on that? I don't know. Or you guys laughing is making him laugh.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
I don't know what to say about that one.
it's all in fun, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Amelia was on, and I think that ridiculousness dropped her out. Esteban just got on. So Esteban, why did you make a decision to come down to Orlando? Why did you make a decision to basically invest in your education, invest in this mastermind, invest in actually being able to be around, us?
Just because the guys that know their game are gonna be there. Just for that reason is enough. You know, I started following you on Facebook, and I saw you like doing your videos in the car. So you start like speaking like this and like this. So I said, okay, this dude makes his videos in his car, so I can make mine. And I started doing mine, and boom, like everyone started like following me and shit. No, so I said, dude, I got to know this guy. This guy knows his game, and well, I took the decision. Well, I'm here in Colombia, and dollar is really boom up in the sky. Like you wanna buy dollars, boom is not a good time. But it's worth it. You know, I went to the bank today. I went to the bank and boom, they're gonna give me the money. You know, because well, I know the knowledge are gonna get there. Boom, you know.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Does the nose touching help with the engaging on your videos?
I don't know. Is that I'm a fighter? No, I'm MMA fighter, so I'm good like looking at some like body details and that's the kind of stuff, you know. So I always watch you like this, I'll touch your beard like this, like so, and to make those long pauses and stuff. That's really cool, you know.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man. So you got some value from the videos, and then you went out and modeled that idea, and you had some success with it, and then you're like, holy crap, if I could learn that just watching a couple of videos from him, that if I go to an actual event, you're going to definitely have a major breakthrough. Is that sound about right?
Well, just by doing something you did, but only watching you, boom, things like go like really change. And I know Darren is there, and also like watching some stuff with him and some training, and that also boom has skyrocketed the really cool sales in 2 weeks, you know. So imagine what it's to be like with these two guys like in a mansion for 7 days. It's gonna be like a craziness, you know.
Awesome, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, Amelia, you're up. And then we have a black space here. I don't know who that. Darren's on twice. I'm gonna have to boot this other Darren. I can only handle 2 Darrens in one hangout. Well, maybe she can't talk. I'm not really sure. I guess we could just more shenanigans. So I guess I'm just so pumped up to be a part of this. It's weird. It's like you know, it's funny. I was at this event, Paul and Kim's event in Vegas, and actually they gave it was funny. I'll have to give Paul Gardner like some major credit here because he was like every single one of you guys could do one of these events, right? And I'm like, yeah, I could do one of these events, and I'm like, and then I went and did it. It was like, I don't know. It was just. Thank you. I appreciate that for the kind of push and kick in the ass a little bit because I was like, I feel like I could definitely do this. So, Amelia, why don't you tell us why you were like one of the first people I think you're the second person that kind of decided to jump in on this, and why did you decide to come down to the mastermind, and why do you follow us, I guess?
Hey guys, thanks for, I guess, the invite to join. I was not prepared, and I'm having some computer problems, so if I just fall off, then no worries.
No
But
worries.
Chad, I think I've been following you since Nashville. I saw some videos that you posted at the hotel and some things that you shared on Facebook, so I started following you then, and it just resonated with your way of communicating, which is totally different than mine, but I think it's funny. So it's like I'm laughing, I'm entertained, but I'm also learning stuff. So I decided to join the mastermind because I'm in Empower and I'm on a pretty awesome team. But for me, I have a lot of the skill sets that you guys will probably be teaching on. I just need to put it together and not try to do too many things at one time and not end up doing anything, and get the mindset aspect. So I figured if you have 3 or 4 people, I can't count right now, who are leading the workshop and going to be working with us over the week, then that's definitely something that I wanted to be a part of, especially going into the Orlando event. So
Yeah, I'm excited. That's one of the biggest things I wanted to make sure that we really touched on was, this isn't going to be just tactical stuff. This isn't just going to be strategies. This isn't going to be just mindset. This isn't just going to be something that's not really talked about, but heart set, in the sense of a lot of the reasons people, Darren just said it the other day was that a lot of people's really holdups is there's something that you need to forgive. And those are some of the strong things that hold us back in there. So we're going to be covering all 4 of those things, right? And all 4 of those things, if you can because some people are kind of deficient in one area, or maybe they know logically mindset stuff. I knew for years that that maybe I knew the concepts of I need to think positive and I need to be, I remember the very first Millionaire Mind Intensive that I ever went to. And I was like, okay, this is awesome. I get the idea of, abundance of money and this and that. But deep down inside of me, I felt like that I wasn't congruent and that there was something inside that was holding me back, that I couldn't, that there was like a block. There was like something that was, and so there was something, and what it really came down to was subconsciously, I wasn't programmed for success. Subconsciously, I didn't believe that the world was abundant. Subconsciously, I didn't believe that I could have a success in my business, that I could make a decision, that resources were abundant. And I remember it almost becomes when you go through these challenges and come out on the other side, you have these major shifts. And when you get around these major workshops that have like life changes, right? That's when you have the biggest jumps in your business. I remember I went to a workshop in March, and the next month I tripled my income, all because one of the things I didn't feel worthy of my success. I didn't feel worthy of being able to actually put my brand on my business. I actually I felt that offering extra services like coaching and traffic and stuff like that, I like deep down was going to hinder my business instead of actually add cash flow to my business. And that's the one thing I will make 100% clear in this business, this mastermind. This is not we're giving you another opportunity. We're not going to teach you that business opportunities are dumb and you should do this instead. This is 100% training, mindset, tactical strategies, and everything to take your current business to the next level. I've been in those events where they were basically there to sell you on, you shouldn't do this, you should do this, and that's just dumb. That's just a way for like half of the room to go, why did I come to this again? You know, and yeah, it's like spamming. Nice. So, yeah, so you know, me and Ken were both in a situation where we went to an event and we kind of looked at each other and went, that probably wasn't the smartest thing to say, just because they're very contradictory of the reason people actually came to the event. And so we're here to take people's business to the next level. We're here to give you guys complete shifts in your mindset, heart set, strategies of how to choreograph a business, because you know, there's strategies and stuff like that, like things that are concept based that never die, right? That are just really, really, really valuable. That are you know, they're actually more about tactical stuff are cool, and those are the things that if you learn a good tactic, you can go out and make money tomorrow, and like just your business could really kind of shoot up for the short term. But when you learn the strategies, the mindset, the heart set, that kind of stuff, that's when you really make long-term leaps, right? And so we want to make sure that it's all four of those things, and we want to make sure that it's exactly what you're looking for, implementation based, where, okay, so guys, we're going to do this Facebook method. So Darren's going to teach how to connect with people through via really, it could be, if you take the concept of what he's going to teach, you could use it pretty much to anything. And it's really just how to build a relationship with a person that is a prospective customer, client, business opportunity person that could be interested in your business and all of that. So he's going to teach you kind of the strategic overview, then he's going to show you the tactical how to actually do it. And then what we're going to do is everybody's going to have their assignment. You have to go connect and build a relationship with 10, 20, whatever people, and then we come back and we say who was able to get how many leads, who was able to get, you know, I guess in Linda's situation would be who would get maybe a potential person to come do a meeting, you know, like I don't know what the wording and stuff.
A new client.
A new client, yeah. So how to build rapport with them and get them to maybe set up a meeting to sit down with you to come come look at working with them, right? And so we're going to do those rapport building skills, and those psychological triggers that he's going to be teaching are going to be just that alone could have a massive shift in everybody's business because of the strategic overview of it, and then be able to actually tactically use those skills. And so that's going to be huge. I'm going to be doing some YouTube stuff, and Darren's going to do some copywriting stuff, and you know, I'm hoping to get Toby on to do some really awesome Facebook stuff, because him and Darren are both doing some really good stuff with Facebook, PPC, and Ken, you know, why don't you go over kind of, you know, what your skill set is and kind of what you know, this, I can't look at you and have this in my ear at the same time. So why don't you, I know you've been a little quiet over there, so.
Yeah, I'm just taking it all in, man. I love hearing everybody, you know, share their perspective on, you know, on why they're going, and you know, sometimes you go because you're not even really sure what you need, but you know you'll get it there. You know what I'm saying?
Been there, yeah.
Yeah. But okay, yeah. So carry on. I'm sorry.
Oh, so I was just curious on kind of where do you think your skill set is? Well, let me kind of give a rundown of what you've been able to do. So you've had a major business in network marketing, like traditional network marketing,
yeah.
And then you kind of stepped away from that, but that's actually still there, right?
Correct.
You have like what 70,000 people in like Malaysia or something.
Something like Singapore.
Singapore, okay. Singapore, 70,000 people in Singapore, or so. I knew it was over there somewhere. No offense. Anyways, you built a kind of a turnkey business. You ran cable door-to-door sales in Boston for a while. So you run sales. So you were able to kind of do that. Then you've now jumped into a different industry. We won't go specifics. And that, so, but you have a certain skill set. What is your specific skill set that you think that you're going to be able to really bring value to this this mastermind?
You know, I really honestly, I mean, it's a really good question. You know, because it's, I mean, you know, normally, you know, I mean, people for the most part, they'll go ahead and they'll, you know, pick a couple things and they'll just really focus on one particular thing and just become a master at it, right? Like, you know, Answer and Little and yourself, and, you know, but all in all, we all, like, you know, dib and dab a little bit in everything, you know, essentially. And I think really what it is that, you know, I mean, all of us, I mean, once we learn the tactical, once we learn the skill, I'm sorry, yeah, but once we learn the tactical and the skill, you know, it's one thing that I know that really propelled me overall was, and I have to go back, it's kind of like the basics. It's like, you know, fundamental 101 for me, at least, and I really think it's the most important thing, and it's seriously like having that why so embedded in you. I know Chad's really like, he's very big on that as well, but that's what really keeps you moving, keeps you going. It's like constantly having that why in front of your face, to where no matter where you look, it's like it's right there at, you know, tip of the iceberg. And you know, so I really honestly mastered the dream, the why, you know, because with myself, I realized it was one of my I'm not going to say weakness, I'm just going to say it was a future strength, you know, until of recently. You know, it's like you're constantly throwing mud at the wall, right? And you're just like, it's nothing sticking, and then, you know, before you know it, like, you know, it starts to accumulate, and then you can actually see visually, you know, like your hard work and your efforts, and literally overnight, your life can change. I mean, I mean, just like, you know, like you said, you did your mastermind, and then that next month you tripled your income. I mean, I don't know if you. I mean, you know, I'm not going to necessarily like disclose any numbers. I'm not going to disclose any numbers on Chad, but that's a lot of money. And you know, but overall, really, I truly believe that the why and constantly keeping it, you know, because you can get distracted. For me, I know I was constantly getting distracted. And that's why I was like in and out. You know, I'm in this, I'm doing this, I'll build this up, and then all of a sudden I pulled out. Well, the reason why is because I really lost track of what my why was, and then I'd get like, you know, complacent, or I'd say, hey, you know, I'm doing pretty good, or something like that. And then before you know, it'd be like a slow drift back down. And then it's like, oh no, I'm, you know, everything that I worked so hard for is you know, kind of stagnant. And so I really, just kind of what Darren Little was talking about, I really just ended up, like finding like a way to connect. And I know he's talking about connecting with the universe and things like that, but man, that's the law of attraction, man. That stuff is so real. So, you know, yeah, I'm gonna, mine is gonna be primarily on, you know, on the why, and also, you know, we also talked about, you know, I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily power of persuasion, but I believe it's gonna be, you know, words are powerful, you know, and I'm gonna do a little bit of cool tactical stuff with, you know, I guess, I don't want to say manipulation of words, but we'll just say that, you know, copywriting of, you know,
tongue.
Yeah, the tongue, I guess you could say, you know, so because, you know, you can really take a story and make it very engaging. I mean, I know Answer was talking about this, but you can really engage your audience by having a detailed story overall, because that's what they're going to remember, and you're connecting into that emotion aspect of them. So. Yeah, so that's pretty much it.
Awesome, man.
Yeah,
Cool. Thank you. Appreciate that.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
It's gonna
yeah.
be awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm excited too. So I don't even know what time it is. This could be like 3 in the morning. All I know, I'm just hanging out. Cool. All right. We didn't go like too over or anything. So this is what you guys have to do right now. If you haven't made a decision yet, just click the link below. You're gonna get one or two things. You might get an application where you're gonna fill that out and just answer some questions of why you want to come to the mastermind, why you're looking to kind of take your business to the next level, or you might just get a pay page. Basically, it's going to say, do you want a twin bed, do you want a full bed, and do you want a king bed? I will say this, if you want, you can just buy a twin bed right away, and then you can upgrade. I will say that though it might backfire, right? You might buy a twin bed, and then you go to upgrade, and you're like, oh crap, we're out of twin or full beds, or we're out of king beds. So I just want to let you know that that's kind of where we're at, because we filled up the whole first house in like 3 weeks, and that was just me. I just got out there, and I just kind of just went with my circle of influence. I didn't have Darian or anybody else on here promoting it, and so they're getting, you know, handsomely paid for promoting it. So it's like, so now and that's the one thing. Oh, I wanted to say is you have an opportunity to get your space for free, and this is how. So if we're actually paying 50% commissions. So if you say you have somebody else that wants to buy a bed, you want to get a twin, but you know somebody that wants a full, right? Well, you put your $500 down for your twin, and then you refer somebody and buy their full, and boom. You get paid $500. That just paid for your twin, and voila, you get a free bed in the house, and you get to come learn for free. You get to come basically get all the value from the event, and you didn't pay anything for it. So pretty awesome right there to get an opportunity. You could actually make profit. You could buy a twin and invite somebody, and they want a king size bed, and they pay $1,500, and you get $750, and so you just made $250 profit to refer somebody to something that's going to be so life-changing for them. If you've ever, maybe you're not even in our business, so you don't even have anything of value in the industry, maybe that to promote. Well, you can promote this hangout, and use this to get people to make a decision, to get them to come to our event, and then you get paid commissions, big commissions. And so,
That's badass.
Darian, Little, you want to kind of go over anything else? Because I'm probably missing stuff. I don't know.
Well, you actually brought up some really interesting things earlier, Chad, about how when you first went from where you were at to this next level of breakthrough, right? And what a lot of people don't really even understand is that they're battling this thing called the human condition. And they don't feel worthy, they don't feel deserving, they don't love themselves enough to let the abundance flow in, and they don't have any boundaries, so they literally get trampled on in the first level of the game until they realize this. They have they either go to a personal development seminar and they realize that this thing called the human condition, it's really real. And once you realize that it is real, and that the human program, you have to be okay with that. You have to come to terms with that. The human brain is programmed to self-destruct. 70 to 80% of our thoughts as human beings are negative. And if you're not on the path of personal growth, if you're not committing to these type of mastermind events to make yourself a better person, if you're not feeding your mind with positivity, the negative will literally take over your mind. It will take over your life, and it will put you into a negative spiral, and it will suck you right down a rabbit hole. So the stuff that people face, this stuff is real, guys. Don't kid yourself. There is a barrier between you and your dream. 100%. It is not fake. Okay? There is a barrier. And you have to have a lot of knowledge on this side so that you can break through that wall and break inertia into liftoff. And what happens is when you come together with all of these people and you get your vibrational resonance internally in your body up to a higher frequency, not only do you get your personal breakthrough, but you get the energy transference from all those other people as they're having their personal breakthrough. And guys, I'm not going to kid you guys, a lot of it's going to be emotional. A lot of it's going to be getting those emotions out of your body, loving yourself enough to forgive yourself, to forgive other people, to feel worthy of your greatness, to know that abundance is your birthright, that there's not enough money in the world that can pay you for your worth. And that is like an osmosis process to get through. It's like taking suntan lotion and rubbing it on back and forth, right? And the more that you're in this type of environment with other people that are on this path of personal development, personal growth, that can literally lift you up and give you those wings that you need to be able to soar and fly.
Awesome, dude. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Wow, that's cool.
Everybody's like, yeah. They're like, yeah, I'm so glad I'm coming to this. Like everybody's on
yeah.
Yeah, I already made a decision to come. I'm like, everybody out here is kind of laughing at the people that haven't made a decision yet. So this is the thing. You don't have to be in Empower. You don't have to be coming to Orlando for that. You can come specifically for this event. Linda is not even in our industry, and she's coming to see us, and I'm so excited. And she's like basically not even staying in the house unless she wants to, you know, for a night or something. I think we kind of discussed that, but she's paying to come to an event, and she's not even getting a bed, basically, because she just wants to be around us, and she wants to learn. She knows that she just knows. I've like transferred so much love through my emails over time after time after time after time that that she just knows that getting around us and is going to take her to the next level. That maybe subconsciously she knows that maybe it's not the lack of marketing, that it's like an abundance, like maybe even like a worthy thing of feeling like maybe she's worthy of way more than she's doing, and she's gonna get that in our event. I'm super excited to watch you have your breakthrough, and so yeah, so.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Chad. Thank you so much, because I think you really verbalized everything I feel. And yes, I do absolutely want to stay there, because I think if I don't stay there and I don't absorb everything that you guys have to offer, I'm going to miss out. I really do.
Okay. Well, we'll get you upgraded to a bigger bed, too.
You know, also,
we'll
Chad,
work it out.
Okay, good.
You know, also to kind of just to add on to that is just like, you know, the connections that you make there. I mean, it's just like, you know, you get these connections to where, you know, it's almost like on the same vibration that Little was talking about. You know, it's like it's almost, if you feel like you're connected deeper with deeper with the people there, just because it's more of an intimate setting, and you know, and it just, I don't know, it seems like you know, like lifelong friends are instantly made because you have this deep inner soul, you know, connection with, you know, with the people there at the house. I mean, we're going to be living together for like, you know, for like 7 days, you know, roughly, give or take or whatnot. But, you know, the connection is just huge. You know, I mean, the friends that you'll make there, and just you know, it's awesome. It really is. It's awesome. I'm stoked about it. I'm pumped. Yeah, because I know, look at the last mastermind that we went to, you know, made some really strong connections with some great people, and I was so thankful for that. And you know, and man, it just, they feel like they're best, you know, they feel like they're best friends now.
Yeah,
we kind of are.
It was kind of cool to see like kind of what happened there, because you know, we were at this mastermind and we got to know these people and got really connected and everything, and we were learn some really cool stuff, and then when we go to the event, like the bigger event, the Empower event, we kind of had that bond of people, and you don't lose that. It's like you know, you're like forever, like kind of have like that vibration, like that. Like, you've been touched, right? And like that person's been touched, and it's like life-changing events. And when you go through a life-changing, like me and Darren went through a life-changing event together. We will never be the same because you know, Darren Answer, and you know, when we were down in Orlando, and not in Orlando, but in Florida, we both went through some serious transformations and watched each other, you know, basically, and you know, I'll share mine. I didn't feel worthy of, you know, of my success, because, you know, one of the things I've been able to do with my business is really cool. I've been able to travel all around the country. I've been able to do this and that. But there's just certain things that I just haven't got to yet. And like, I felt that because I didn't have those things, that I wasn't worthy to go to the next level. And sometimes people, they have that, you know, that you have that feeling. There's those things that you might feel like, you know, well, I haven't done this yet, and so am I really worthy of being able to kind of take my business to the next level? And I will say, it doesn't matter. This is one of the breakthroughs that I had at the very first mastermind that I went to, was because I've invested into my education, I was able to charge that much money. Let me restate that, right? Because I spent $5,000 on my education, and then I spent, you know, $25,000 on my coaching, you know, to be coached by the same person that put on that mastermind. I now, because I got that value pumped into me, I can now go out there and charge that kind of money for my business because I have that value inside of me. You know, so anybody that comes to this event, you're going to be able to do these events. You're going to be able to, because you went to it, right? You know, you're going to, because there's going to be people that are on here that are like, man, I really wish I could do these type of events, but I don't really feel worthy to put my name on the event. I don't really feel that maybe I could get something to be successful. I had no fucking clue that I was going to be able to make this work. I really had no clue. It was the craziest thing. I don't even know how this came about. All I know is that a person at the last event said, hey, you could do one of these events, right? Not even to me personally, to the group. And I'm like, yeah, I could do one of these events, and I believed it. And because I believed it, I went and I did it. And it was like, there was no question in my mind that I could do it, right? That I could do one of these events. I could have whatever I want, success level that I'm at, because this is just an extension of my platform. The cool thing about being able to build an awesome business with Empower iPass and everything is because I can take this and then leverage that into a bigger business, into a bigger brand, into a bigger thing, and have even bigger strength, even extension income streams. Because it's not like a conflict, it's an extension of my mission, right? I work with my all-in members, I work with my team members, I work with people that I work with on a regular basis, and I help them leverage the internet, or I help them grow so they can leverage the internet to be free to pursue their dream. And this is just an extension of that mission, right? I can work with them on a closer basis. I can help them shift and help them go to the next level, right? So I'm just excited to have everybody on here. I know there's a bunch of people still watching. So if you haven't made a decision to, basically you have a button down there. It's going to do one of two things. You're going to fill out an application, or you're going to just go there and buy. Either way, it depends on what point that you've seen this, right? And so just go down there, click the button, and then fill out the information. Take care of what you got to take care of. And what we'll do is we'll lock in a space. This is the thing. This is going to go so fast. This next house is going to go so fast because we filled up a 9-bedroom house in like 3 weeks just with me. Basically connecting with people through Facebook chats. Everybody on here, right? Tamara?
Yep. Absolutely.
Linda's only kind of difference is that she hit me up through email. That was a little different. But ultimately, she messaged me.
On Facebook, too.
Yeah. That's how we ultimately took care of it. Jonathan, Esteban, I know you, all you guys. Basically, every single one of them. It was just me through Facebook. No leverage. No. I did some videos kind of talking about it a little bit. Ken did some stuff. But nobody, there was no major marketing effort. It was just me and basically going out there and hustling. And so now that you guys, everybody on here, has the opportunity to go out and get your space to be free, and give you an opportunity to actually go refer people to this event and make a commission and be able to make money and be able to actually come to this event for free and get paid, it's just going to go like bonkers wildfire. This house is going to fill up in like, I'm going to New York, and I expect you guys to have this shit full by the time I get back. That's all I got to say.
Good deal.
And so I'll be back Wednesday or Tuesday or something. I don't know. Anyways. But I'll be back, and I'll just assume that you guys have it all full, and then so you guys have to make a decision now because of a couple things. You want to get an opportunity to get the beds that you want, because if you want a king might be full. If you want a full might be full. A full might be full. Ponder that. And a twin, all the twins might be full. So depending on, so what you need to do is make a decision all you gotta do is just click that thing down there, the button. And anybody else got any final thoughts and final motivations? I'm gonna go to bed because I gotta wake up catch a plane in like not enough hours. So anybody else?
I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. You guys are the pros.
Awesome. Ken?
I'm definitely looking forward to meeting everybody and interacting and bonding and learning from the master. So very excited.
Awesome. Thank you, Noah. Anybody else? Esteban?
Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure it's gonna be like a super duper shift. Because that was what I was looking for. This mental shift is the key for everything,
Good. Yeah. Awesome. So everything we talked about tonight and like 1,000 times more. Like I said, we have 2 7-figure earners that are going to be there that weren't even on this hangout, and they're going to be training on different things. I don't even know what they're going to talk about. It could be mind-blowing. Actually, let me say that again. It will be mind-blowing stuff. And so remember, not only are the people that are on here, but you have two. Oh, excuse me. I keep on forgetting this. Dr. Steve will be there. He's actually not feeling amazing right now, so he's actually laying in bed. I invited him. So he'll actually be in the house, so that's awesome. Alicia, she's a badass blogger. They're both really good bloggers. They'll both be there. So that's really cool. So maybe they'll do, and they're really killing it with Periscope right now. So they'll be able to drop some sick Periscope stuff. Also, who else? So yeah, my buddy Roger, he's actually Tracy Walker's investment guy. He does all kinds of, like, basically where you put your money when you start making a ridiculous amount of money, and when you start making, basically where you want to put your money away at. I actually have an account that like he recommends highly, and I would basically read Tony Robbins' Money Mastery, and he does a lot of that stuff, basically. But he's the expert, and he can talk about all that stuff. I'm sure Linda knows a lot about it too.
I was going to say that I can help you not pay taxes.
yeah, exactly, perfect. That's the plan. Maybe you could do a little training.
Yeah. Maybe I'll pick up a client or two.
You have to, yeah, exactly. You can pick up a client or two. You got to look up home business laws and that specifically stuff, because that's going to be all.
Actually, I've been a home business a really long time. I know all the laws about
there
that.
You go. You're in. So see what you guys get when you come and hang out with us. All right. So Darren, you look like you have something to say over there.
I think he's muted.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
I have something to say. Yeah, I mean, if you guys are, I mean, I'm excited. I think this is going to be really cool. A lot of people from different walks of life, and I just think it's going to be awesome. I'm excited.
Awesome, dude.
When is it again?
It's the 18th. Oh, yeah, that's if you have not. We have the house from the 18th to the 25th of October, right? So this is the thing. If you are coming to the Empower Network event, you could actually stay in the house during the event. So that's really powerful. So you don't have to pay for like the so if you figure out mathematically, I'll do the logical side of stuff. Is the the
resort.
The resort. Thank you. Yeah. The resort is $160 a night without any fees or taxes, right? Usually $20 a night for resort fees, and then another $20 for taxes or so. Say $200 a night, right? So if you're staying 3 nights, it's $600 just to stay, right? You can get a twin bed with us, stay the whole week, get the mastermind and the thing, and actually save $100. Okay. You can now get a full bed for $1,000. You could share it and have 2 people in there if you want to cuddle, right? It's, full bed's not too bad. If it's somebody that you care about, if you don't mind, like being the small or the big spoon.
Well, you and I, we've done that.
In a full?
No, maybe
not in a full. Alright, that'd be weird.
It could have fit on the twin. It didn't matter. Little spoon.
Don't listen to it. Okay, so we are. So
hold on, before you close out, Chad. Before you close out, I have one other thing to say.
Okay.
My birthday, I forgot to tell you guys. My birthday is October 20th, so we definitely have to either have like party house one night or go out in Orlando, something, because that's my birthday. So I just wanted to mention it before I forgot.
Super excited. So that's one of the other things that we're going to be doing is we're going to have nights that we're actually going out. We're going to have nights that we're staying in. We're going to be ordering food. We're going to have different things. We're going to be organizing all of that to the T. That's not my. that's not my strong point. Anyway, so we're gonna have everything locked down because this group of people is very on it. In like Darian Little keeps on poking me and telling me that I need to be like really focused on this thing that I didn't even freaking think of. And so, like the whole, he wanted to have a part of the house that would be quiet, and I'm like, why would somebody want it to be quiet? I don't get it. And like, so when we sold out the first house, we're like, well, all right, well now we can do 2 houses, and actually be able to have 2 houses, have the quiet house and then have the party house. And we're gonna have the hot tub all fired up, and so we can get that warmed up, probably having that in the party house. And so it's just gonna be a good time. There's a lot of really cool people coming. I'm really excited. It's gonna be a blast in the party house, and it's gonna be very educational and logically, financially sound in the other house.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Dude, yeah, so I'm having a riot. I feel amazing. So I'm, Darren, a little, do you have anything to finish up with?
I guess the thing that I would just say to people, if you've come onto this hangout for whatever reason, you've seen a link on Facebook or a YouTube video or a blog post, you can never lose money when you're investing in yourself, when you're investing into your own education, and these relationships really what will be spent, quite honestly, because the relationships are really what's priceless. When you leave that event and you have these people that you've connected with on a soul level and really come close to, that's where business is really done, guys, just so you know. Like, I'm talking about long-term, where people build organizations of 10, 15, 20,000 people. It happens, just so you know. It happens at these events. That's where it comes together. And that alone is worth being at this mastermind.
Yep.
Couldn't have said it better.
I agree.
Awesome. Well, guys, I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for coming on. I feel like this was a great kickoff, and I think maybe we'll do another one in like a week or so, and get more of the people that are going to be coming. That's if we. Well, I'm pretty confident that you guys, everybody on here, will run with this webinar and get this maxed out, get the second house completely sold out before I even get back from New York. For some crazy reason, there's a couple of spots left. Maybe we'll do another webinar and be able to get the whole new set of people on here and get like some other fresh perspectives of why people made a decision to come join us at the Disney Mastermind Intensive down in Orlando. It's really, if you're coming to Orlando at that time, it just makes sense financially. And if you're in this industry, if you're looking to make a business online or in network or anything like that, you want to come to this event because it's going to because every facet of what you need to know and need to feel before you really have success in this this industry is going to be covered in this mastermind. So I'm super pumped up.
Well, didn't you say, was it you that said that when you told Toby about this, like he was like floored on how cheap we were letting like people come in.
Oh yeah, he said that implementation events, stuffs where people are actually that are hands-on, that are actually work, are usually $3,000 to $5,000, right? And he was like, it is your first one. but then you're bringing in all these people that have already had like crazy success, and he's like, well, all right, dude, well, I'll come and do a training for you. You know, like he basically felt like, he's like, well, you know, I'll come and just give a ton of value. And like, it was funny. It was like almost the same words that Darren Little said, was like, put that deposit into the value bank, right? Because when you put that value out there, people will, it just comes back into the universe. And I know that him and Michelangelo both are on that same page of giving back and just giving tons and tons and tons of value, just because they want it. They know that it's going to come back. They know that this is going to be a huge deal. So, and so I'm just really, 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 really excited for what breakthroughs everybody on here is going to have. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, Tamara, do you have anything else to say? I think you're the only one that we didn't go back to.
No, I'm just super excited to be there, and I'm really looking forward to this whole week. It's going to be great.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, now it's up to you, everybody on the panel here, to run with this webinar and get people attending so you can get your spot for free, and then get them to we'll just spread it. Well, actually we're starting the new Amway, guys. Surprise! I have a whiteboard back there. Let me draw some circles. Just kidding. So, but yeah, so you guys can go out there and actually make money with this and launch this and actually have. Because you've all have paid, so you actually get your money back, and you can actually take this and, I don't know, go do something cool with it. All right, well, I'm gonna get off here. Appreciate you guys. I'm probably gonna sleep. Actually, I gotta talk to somebody about this intern's position. But stop broadcast now. Click.
Have a great
apply.
Good night.